Okay, so we would actually like to go ahead and create a table in this database. So we're going to come up here and we're going to make a private static string, and we're going to call it create table query, and inside there we are going to say create table, oops there, image store, and we're going to do something that you guys should be very used to by now. So create table image store, and inside there we're going to say we want an image name, which is text, and we want an image bitmap, and bitmap, and the type is blob. So there you go, get that query in there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go and we are going to actually try and use that query. Okay, so we're going to come into the onCreate method and we're going to say db dot, execute SQL. And you see right here, it passes, and I forgot to tell you that, the database. You see that our SQLite database is passing here as DB. So, and we actually have to do this in a try catch because we're going to hit image. We should exception handle what is going to go south here. So just do your try and your catch. I hate it when this thing doesn't pop up. Darn it! So infuriating. I have the catch clause, and I have to do this. Sorry. Okay, so there is our try and our catch, and let's just handle this catch. We don't want this. We want toast, and we want it to say e.get message. Okay, right. So in our try catch, we are going to say db.execute SQL, create table query. I'm sorry. Create table query, and then we're just going to do a toast here to say that table created, so that we know the table was actually created. Okay, happy with that. And what we're going to do then is we are going to go and we're going to go and create two little methods. Okay, so we're just going to fix this. We're going to go create two of our own methods, and these methods are going to be to store the image and to view the image. Okay, so, and we're going to have one like that finds the image for us to store, and we will deal with all of that. Okay, and we'll have one choose image. Okay, so let's go and build our very own little method. Here's my method. We're going to say public void, and the first one we're going to say is store image local. Okay, and we're going to pass it something here, which is image model, not image Moodle, image model, image model. Now, if you remember anything about working with databases, we always have to have a model. So we're going to make a model package, and we're going to add a new Java class, which we are going to call image model. And boom. Okay, and this image model is basically going to work for both of our classes. And inside here, we have to give the stuff that we are going to need and what our data should look like. So in our image model class, we are going to add the following. I just wonder if I spelled it right, because that's the right way, because it's still unhappy there. We must just import it. Yep. Right, I can do this after I made that class, because that doesn't look good and it scares me. Okay. So if we go into models, into image model, we can just say that this is what we are going to need ultimately in this model for both databases. We're going to need a string image name. We are going to need a bitmap image bitmap. We are going to need, and these two are for local database. When we go work with the cloud-DB, we are going to need a string. Okay, and I should actually put in there. For the cloud-DB, we are going to need a string image URL and a string user ID. And now we're going to go make a whole lot of constructors. So we're going to say alt and insert constructor. And the first one we're going to make is a empty constructor, which is good programming practice. After that, we're going to go make another constructor. And he is just going to take these two. Okay, so that is for the local database. And then we're going to go make the next one. Which is for the cloud-DB. And he's going to need an image name, image URI. Okay, let's just do that one. And then we're also going to do cloud-DB. Oopsie. cloud-DB with user. And we're going to override that. And this guy is going to take all of these. Okay, so there is all of our constructors, and now we just want to do our getters and setters. So we're going to do alt and insert, getter and setter, all of these guys. Okay, there, our class is ready, and we are using polymorphism here to enable us to parse our data in quite a variety of ways. So we can now go back into our local database helper, and we can go pass in image model, and we won't have that weird little error here. And then what is going to happen in this guy? Okay, so we've passed in the image model, and now let's go do, and oh my gosh, let's go do our try and catch. Okay, so we're going to say try. Make the catch. Thank you. I'm going to say try and catch. We're going to tab that, and this is going to be toast. Get message. And in the try block, we're going to go do our work. Well, a lot of our work. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go say that we would like a SQLite database. And I'm going to call them image database. Exist.get, not this, this.get writable database, because we want to write to the database. Got that. Now, we need our bitmap. So our bitmap called image to store equals image module dot get, not image database, right up. image model dot get image bitmap. Okay, perfect. We then want to convert this bitmap to an array. And remember we made that guy right up here that says byte array output stream convert bitmap to array. So we will be using him now. So we're going to say convert bitmap to array equals new byte array output stream. And we're going to end that line and go to the next one. And we're going to say image to store dot compress, and you'll recognize this from previous videos. And we're going to say bitmap dot compress format and we are going to pass the following in there. So the compressed format wants quality and it wants the output stream. So wait, I just broke this. So we want to say we want to pass a JPEG and we want to say convert bitmap to array. We're almost where we have to say the quality, sorry. And it's JPEG, 100. So we want to compress this bitmap into a JPEG at 100% quality using this output. Okay, so we've got that in there. So what we want to add now is image in bytes, which is our array we made at the top. Image in bytes is a byte array. So we've got now taken this image and we've converted all the way into bytes. So image in bytes equals convert bitmap array dot to byte array. Okay, now we've got that done. And now we are going to use the content values. Okay, so we're going to say content values equals new content values. And now we're going to say content values dot put, and we want to put image name as the key, and then the value as image model dot get image name. Okay, and then we'd also like to put the content values dot put right to the database for us. So we're going to say content values dot put, and we want to put image bitmap, comma, image in bytes, because we can only store our image to the database in bytes. Phew, that was a lot of work. Okay, so this should write an image to our database. Now, we just want to check if that image has written. So if we go say, create a long, check if query runs, and I'll talk about it now. Let me just get it in. Equals image database dot insert into image store. We don't have a column hack, so we're going to null that, and we're going to input our content values. Okay. And this should be in inverted commas, sorry. Right, so write that into that database table for us. Now, this would actually return a value for us. So if we can say, if check if query runs does not equals -1. So if we get a positive value back, which we don't know what it's going to be, we're going to say toast. And we're going to choose the button toast because we're lazy. We're going to say image saved successfully, and we're going to close that database. We're going to say image database dot close. Okay, and if that didn't happen, we're going to have an else clause saying unable to save image. Oh, should probably put that in the toast, hey? So we're just going to go through this again. We go and create an instance of our SQLite database, and we set it to writable. We go and get the bitmap we want to store from a model we will write it to from another method. We convert, we want to convert that bitmap to a byte array, so we create a byte array output stream. We then go and compress this bitmap into a JPEG format at 100% quality. Using that, convert to byte array output stream. We then store it in the actual byte array. Then we go create an instance of the content value class, which will take a key value pair of what we want to save. We set them and we save them to the database right here with image.database.insert. We check if the query ran successfully, and we output toasts if it did or did not run successfully. And then there we go. We are done. Okay, and I've got a toast here, but I also want to log it just so that I am very careful. So I'm going to use log I, and I'm going to say my tag is storeToDB, and I'm also going to do e.getMessage here. And that is it. I will do the rest in the next video.